Give me a big hand raise and the biggest smile if you want to take your life back from social media before you walk out of this room today. Who here is ready to take their life back from social media? Pretty much everybody, right? Great. That's beautiful, wonderful. Also, let me know in the comments below and raise your hands nice and high. Let me know if you want to make life-changing money. Who wants time and money freedom here? Who's after time freedom? Who's after money freedom? I want to know in the chat box below. Who's after time freedom and who's after money freedom? Let's see. Or maybe you have a priority that also works. You want to first get money and then get time free. Let's roll the comments. Come on, everybody. I want to know. I want to keep the engagement rolling. I want to know where's everybody at. Christine wants both at the same time, just like me. Just like me. I want it all. I don't leave it. Okay. All right. So guys, most of you know me. My name is Himani Jain. They call me the sales queen for coaches and for people who have a powerful message to share with millions of people out there. And my zone of genius is to help you switch to go from where you're at right now, from your struggle, from trying to chase clients, from trying to sign up more clients, give your life to social media, to completely help you move and make that transition and start serving more clients and completely have that 180-degree shift in your life. In this short session that I have with you guys today, I'll be showing you exactly how to do this using one single tool. How many tools? One single tool. It's extremely powerful. We call it the automated group funnel or the profit funnel, group reboot funnel, howsoever, they're all the same. What it'll do is it'll help you book calls with absolutely ready, warm, drooling buyers who are ready to pull their credit cards. If you set it up right, it's not magic. You have to put in the work. I will just put out that little disclaimer out there. It'll help you. It'll help you. If you do the job, it'll help you. It's your best assistant. It obeys, it listens to you, exactly the instructions that you give it, it follows those. So the quality of your instructions is what you get back in return. Okay, so it'll help you book calls with drooling buyers in absolutely no time. I generally say within the first 7 days, once you've mastered this system. Initially you may take a little longer. You will have your clients selling themselves to you in just a matter of days while doing way less work, even if you have a small audience. My goal is to help you simplify your client getting process. People have made it super complicated. Who here would like to know how to simplify the client getting process, how to make it super simple, super profitable, so that you can also enjoy your life? You don't have to manage a big team. We are not here to hire appointment setters. We are not here to hire a bunch of people. We're trying to simplify it so that you can manage it around your time while having a whole lot of time for yourself, your family, and all the things that you love doing. Make sense, guys? Raise your hands nice and high for me if you like the sound of that. Let me know in the comments below. So we'll cover how to revive your dead group, and we call it through the profit funnel, the group profit funnel. We'll learn how to engage our tribe using the Facebook group recycle formula, which is very simple. We'll also, the third thing, we want to revive our group, whether it's new, old, doesn't matter. Whether they're sleeping people, half engaged people, dull people, doesn't matter. I'm so sorry. We learn how to engage our tribe using existing pieces of very strategic pieces of content, which is the whole USP of the whole thing. Okay, and then we will convert. We learn how to convert our people. We use a lot of gamification so that our people can self-qualify themselves for our offers, for our programs, not the other way around. We want them to raise their hands. We want them to become our hot fans. Everybody likes the sound of that. Who wants to make that happen for themselves? And then we want to know how to scale up clients while doing way less amount of work. Yeah? Everybody ready to go with that? So how do we do this, guys? The next piece is obviously group profit funnel. I'm covering that piece today, but we'll try to go as much as we can. I will not hold anything back in these 3 hours. So Group profit funnel, basically it works for all kinds of coaches. All of you are coaches here. It works for online specialists, anybody who has a high touch business. But if you are into high touch, high connection, when you like to know people, when you want them to know you, the point is when you do that, the connection allows you the possibility to roll out multiple offers in front of the same audience and start charging way higher than you would have otherwise while rolling out a bunch of bundled offers or courses. Make sense, guys? Okay. How many of you see people doing 100K months and 500K launches? And so I knew it is possible. It's not something that's far away. It's something that's very doable. So I wanted to know, I knew there's something that's making it work. So I also wanted to know the secret sauce. I knew that there had to be a better system, a simpler system, a more sustainable system, a not so crazy way to make it happen for me. And that's what I was after. So I made a wish list. This is what I did. Okay. So for me, my list was these are the things I wanted to eliminate from my workflow, from my client getting sales flow. And I wanted to remove the pressure of creating content and posting all the damn time. I wanted to own my business. I didn't want any dependence on Facebook algorithm and its stupid mood swings. Anybody else? Anybody wants to contribute? What are your pointers? I didn't want to sit and post all day, every day, 5 times a day, only for the content to disappear. I didn't want to sit chase people at all. In fact, they say I have never, ever, ever sold anything to anyone, even a $5,000 program, a $10,000 program. I've been a closer at one point. I chose not to do it after a point. I've never, ever sold anything to anyone, not even once in my entire career of sales coaching or closing for that matter, or teaching sales. So either of that. I said I don't want to work with setters. I don't want to keep launching new offers. I don't want to work with mindset coaches because there's nothing wrong with me. What I'm missing out is a system, a process, and that's the process that I was after. Like I didn't want to sit and prove myself every single time in a call. Everybody agrees with that. So what I realized is that signing up clients is not even the real problem. Everybody, what is everybody doing? All of us. I was doing the same. I would try to book calls. I would try to offer value to someone who was outside my group, and I would try to get them on a call, because the goal was to hopefully sign them up for at least something, one of my offerings, even if it was a low ticket front end something, a small something to get them started in my world, right? My focus was always signing up clients, which I think is not even the real problem that we are trying to solve. How can, Bobby has such a great question, how can signing up clients not even be the main point here? Because let me answer that, and I want you to pay full attention to this, because if you understand the difference between what I'm going to explain to you right now, all your work, all your funnel, how you pick up elements, the exercise that we're going to go through will change 100% completely. Okay, it all lies in what happens way before jumping in on that call. What you do before signing up the clients, there's a whole series of steps, there's a whole series of events that happen that most people don't even think about. And those, depending upon how well you have laid them out, depending upon whether you have them or you don't have them, in my experience, working with so many clients, most people either don't have them or have them absolutely random set out, or they're not talking to each other, they're completely disjointed. That work that happens before getting on a call with them actually brings in the sale, not what happens inside that call. Not what happens inside that call. Our focus needs to be on doing something, a piece which gets us the sales, okay? And that piece, one of the most powerful pieces, there are lots of pieces. The whole sales closing process has a lot of strategies, not one, not two, hundreds of things that we follow. But one of the most important strategies I want to teach you today, I want to share with you today, I want you to launch today, and that piece is Pre-nurturing, pre-selling, what does that do is that actually um, gets them to raise their hands up to you to work with you, not the other way around. It's that one piece that's missing in your work that keeps you spinning your wheels. It's that one piece. It's not one piece, it's a series of pieces, but it's all the entire nurturing process because people don't have it mapped out. That's the main problem. That's exactly what the problem is. So we will talk about it. We will set up one of the pieces so that you understand, you get a glimpse today of what that nurturing process, pre-selling process looks like. You'll at least get started today. So what I discovered was that there were three reasons for failing communities. There were three reasons for communities failing, not working. Since we are talking only about Facebook groups today, so I'm going to restrict it or bring it back always to just the communities and not your entire sales closing process holistically, 30,000 feet vanity point, view of your sales closing process in your business. I saw that there was lack of connection points in the first week of them joining your group. Why is that first week so important? Anyone, especially from my old workshops, why is that first week critical? If you don't build the connection points in the first week, you have practically let them slip off through the cracks. You've practically let go of the dollars. You've practically said bye-bye to that cash and left it on the table. It came to you served on a platter and you said bye-bye, I don't want you. That first week is so critical. Anybody, keep the momentum going. Absolutely, that's one reason. The biggest reason is there's a reason why they came into your world since we are talking about the Facebook groups, there is a reason why they said yes. They must have come to your world at some point. They must have been following you. They must have watched some content of yours. You may have, put out a video, put out a lead magnet, done something, some funnel, some workshop. And then at some point when they felt the need or, they want to know more about you, very important, now they want to know something more about you. So they said yes to joining your community. Now, when they want to know something more about you, what do? What do you give them in return? What do you do and give them in return? You give them a dead group, number one. Now you'll say, Himani, but I'm here to fix that. Okay, I get it. The next thing you do is you do not warm them up. You do not give them what they want. What is the first thing that you want when you join somebody's group? If you join my group, what do you want to know about me? Come on, let's hear it. Very important. Start using your creative juices to think and tell me I am the salesperson. I assume I'm making $100,000 a month. What you do and how you can help me. Brilliant. What else? There are more pieces to this. Go a little deeper. Break it down for me, guys, please. Tell me what you want to know from me. I am there where you really want to be, and you want to know. You're not just a flyby. You've not come here to just hang out and go and promote your product. Every day there's a promo post. That's not the kind of group I'm talking about. Answer to my problem. Do I have the answer to your problem? Do I even understand what your problem is? Great answers, Bobby. And you want to know whether I know what I know. I mean, I may be an expert in something and that's why I am successful, but that doesn't mean, very important, that doesn't mean that it's going to help you as well. Me being successful has got nothing to do with helping you become successful. Most people miss out on that point, my friend. Most people miss out on that point. People are at a different stage than where you are at. People are at a different stage, very different stage than where you are at. You need to communicate what they need to know, what they need to find out at that point where they're at, right on day 1 through day 2 through day 3 through day 4. Keep that momentum like a storytelling sequence so that they don't slip off through the cracks, so that they don't walk away, so that they don't go scouting around for another group, another guru, another coach, another program. The minute they're gone, you keep thinking about running your next masterclass, your next workshop, your next launch or whatever. You are going to have a tough time bringing them back in and getting them to show up. Anybody here who does not agree with me? Does that happen to you? Does that happen to you? they have you join in today, people join in today, 3 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, you suddenly wake up and you're like, okay, I've got these 500 people sitting in my community, let's throw in something their way, let's get everyone together, and then you want them to show up, but nothing happens. Anyone here, anyone here who's ever been through that, has ever had that before? Be honest, I've had it multiple times. Nothing to hide. Does it happen to you in the current style of work when people, first day they're like very chatty, you're talking to them in Messenger, there's a lot of great response, and when the time comes to invite them for something, crickets. Same thing. Inside a community, outside a community, exactly the same thing. Anybody here who's had that before? Come on. I expect better answers than that. If not, then please let me know. That's fine. Candice has had that before. Thank you. It happens all the damn time because you're not giving them what they need. So what we need to do today is identify pieces that will get them hooked to you, that will tell them that you are the one that they've been waiting for all this while and nothing else, and take away everything else. And take away everything else. Because how many people have too many? Yeah, thanks, Christine. How many people have, okay, one by one, very quickly, I want this answer coming from every single one of you. And the ones who are watching the replay, please also answer that to yourself. You can also message me if you don't mind. That's perfectly fine. How many pieces of content, how many resources, how many lives, total pieces of content, one number, are sitting inside your Facebook group? Just a number, just a random number, a rough calculation, less than 10, less than 20, less than 50. I had almost like 60, 70 pieces of content sitting inside my Facebook group because I used to go live all the time. Yeah, I mean, anything. I don't mean resources. I mean, I had so many because I was so active. I was going live. I was doing these things. I was creating content. I was nicely structuring it, putting it in guides, making it all available one after the other. Like so much. Too much. Yeah, exactly. So if you have too much food to eat, what happens? Anybody here? Will you order more? If you have too much food to eat, I'm throwing in a lot of stones at you to make you understand the problem is us, not them. You walk away from the table. Bobby, thank you. You don't order more. Do you think that person who has so much to chew, consume, has a whole buffet of 20,000 things to choose from, already confused where to start, what to do, doesn't get the information that they really want, the reason why they joined your group to find out XYZ, which is what we're going to work together on? You shut down, you get confused. Somebody said, when you are confused, you don't do what? When a confused mind does not
Buy.
Thank you. So you are the one who's caused the confusion, and then you say, but people don't buy. Thank you so much. So because you have overload of information inside the group, so don't do it. And I'll teach you how to do it. I'm not just throwing it as concept, but understand it so that we can implement it. And then obviously the biggest game changer is you do not have, my friend. Please trust me, you don't. When I say it, you don't. I really know you don't. The piece that is missing in your entire business is pre-nurturing and pre-selling. That's a game changer, 100%. So the minute I discovered these things and I turned my business around, I mean, I was number one blessed to have worked with and learned from the best of the best in the industry. I'm working with my 5th 2 Karma Club Award winner right now at this point in time. My current coach is also, he also happens to be I mean, it's not like I'm after them, but it so happens. I mean, I was doing a calculation, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, holy shit, he is actually the 5th one. And so what happens is when you learn from the best people and you apply your brain and you learn through experience and you show up and you put things together, these kind of revelations come up. No one has taught me all this that I'm sharing with you in like one package. It's all a cocktail of a lot of things, a lot of experiences, my stories, my experiences that have come together. They do not take action and they do not buy. Thank you, Lisa. So now, So when I applied this process, this new process, which I call as a one-step sales system, the first time I applied it was with Karen. It was such a difficult time for me, such a difficult time for me. The person who moved from 6 to 7 figures, from being stuck at $50,000 to suddenly making 150K and more in the next launch. What happened is she was recommended by someone, and she was sent my way. So she was not so resistant, obviously. And I met up with her, and she told me what her problem was. And she said that I have done 5 or 6 launches, and I'm making $50,000 pretty much on an average every single time. I've got a $5,000 product. She was an art business coach, an artist turned into a business coach, had a 1 year long program. And she sounded so frustrated because she was working with this very big fancy name in the industry. She had access to a fleet of 10 coaches inside that program, very big name, spent a lot of money. She was doing really well. I mean, from where I saw at that time, especially back in 2021, I'm like, holy shit, I don't even know if I can help her because she was doing so well. And she was feeling completely the opposite. And she was like, I have gone to each one of my coach. I've been to my copy coach. I've been to my tech coach. I've been to my funnel coach. All of these different things, offer, messaging, everything I've tried. I'm not, my revenue is capped. I'm not able to break past it. What do? I don't understand. And I didn't want to commit. Now this is me sitting here, on the other side, as honest as that, sharing my vulnerable side here with you guys. And I'm like, it's easy for me to sign her up, but can I really help her? I wasn't sure. I thought she was doing fairly well, very well, and I wasn't even there as yet. And so I thought through it. I I invited her. I was not sure what to do next, so I slept on it for a day or two. Then I reached out to her and I said, I offered her a free session. I didn't say it that way. I said, I'd like to take a look at your business, take a deep dive with you. I didn't want to commit and I didn't want her to hire me as yet. So we set up a time. I looked at her business. She walked me through her Facebook group. I saw all her conversion points. I looked at her KPIs. These are some metrics, some numbers, and all of that. I understand all of that quite all right. We saw how many people came into, registered into her challenge. What was she doing? Out of that, how many people actually said yes? Out of that, how many people actually showed up? Not. And then out of that, how many people then moved forward? How many people stayed on for all the 5 days? How many people then took the action? How many people did the homework? On an average, how many people signed up? And what was the sales closing process that she was following? And I made her go through all of this for the last 2 launches. We spent like an hour and a half, and I looked through every piece of her sales closing process. I saw that there was no person on her team, which was fine. I saw that right from day one of the launch, she did not have any pre-launch sequence. She was not warming up her people at all, not even once. Maybe going live once, maybe, but that's really about it. There was no strategy to it. There was no system to it. Right since day one, I saw she was dropping her book a call with me, that discovery call shit that everybody does. I'm sorry, I'm going to explain all of this. Book a call with me. She was dropping that link right since day one, and people would grab it. Okay? And then she would meet up with what kind of people in those calls? She had like a 27 or a $37 membership for a artist community. I don't remember the exact price, very, very low ticket. And she only had people who were signing up for that, not for her $5,000 product. And she was like, what's wrong? And then I saw she had zero sales closing system. She had zero pre-nurturing system. She had no scripts. She didn't know how to move her people up into the ascension model. And I spoke her into it. We went step by step by step. We made a list of all the things that needed to be done, like at a high level. And instantly, I think by next morning, she had transferred the money and we were working together. All that she needed was a system, and she because she was already doing well, she already knew her stuff, she was already fulfilling clients, she already had a program that was proven because she was already signing up clients. Or the minute we added the sales system in her business, it skyrocketed. Today, Karen does not know how to spend that money that she makes. She doesn't know how to spend that money, the kind of money that she makes. That's the story. So the process was proven instantly, guys. It's beautiful how these things work the minute you add little bit of things. So what I did is I built two things. Number one, I built the most powerful engine on the market. I built the most powerful engine on the market. I didn't build it myself. I collaborated with a friend, and then I built a car on top of that, a supersonic fast car, jet speed car on top of that amazing powerful horsepower engine right on top of it. So what I'm saying in regular words is I built, yeah, because I was always into tech, I was always into automation. I had tried every tool that was available in the market all throughout these years. I knew that none of these tools spoke to the sales. None of these tools spoke to the sales. They were just a bunch of features. You could do some things. You could just automate a bunch of things, but you could not really get sales or clients out of it. You could not really integrate any of this into your actual business process in a very meaningful way, which is very, very frustrating. So I partnered with a guy, a Canadian friend, and we built out a stack of softwares. One was a lead generation tool, the other is a group automation and monetization tool, which is what we're going to work on today. One little feature of that, which is the most powerful, which honestly does not exist anywhere else in the world of internet. So you're going to have the first access to it. So it's going to give you a lot of edge. And then I created a whole program around those pieces, so that now you could integrate not just you could learn the strategy very fast. We also threw in a lot of strategy inside those tools, so you don't have to learn the whole damn thing. Half of it is already inside that. And the rest of it, once you engage your sales closing process and you add the tools to it, it automatically, the whole thing comes together on its own. And I obviously topped it up with scripts, and I'll tell you how the whole thing works together in a bit when we get there. So that's what I built, and that system is what I call as the one-step sales system that we just spoke about a little while ago. So this is a completely radical system. It doesn't exist anywhere. This is not a kind of system that I've learned from a coach and I'm trying to teach you. It's not one of those. It's been built completely 100% ground up by myself. And then I added some bit of AI, some bit of technology to it, so that it became the most simple, stupidly simple, profitable, sustainable business model. And it's long lasting, it's predictable income. I mean, the whole idea was I didn't want to run a big team, even though I trained teams. Ironically, for myself, I didn't want to run team members. I wanted to take a break. I wanted to be able to travel. That's my lifestyle. I'm a vagabond. I go to spiritual places. I want to work from there. All of those things. I want to be able to take off in the middle of the week. I like to go out for lunches with my friends and family anytime I feel like. I like to take off to learn something new, a new skill set. So I am that kind of a person. I can't be bound by teams and all these crazy things. So I had to do it for myself, and slowly this is what came about. I feel I'm able to breathe. I really feel I'm able to breathe. I get to travel any time of the year. I don't have to plan. And I can sit on a mountain, go do my journaling, manifest, do my practices, come back fully charged for you guys. I can even do business from there. I carry my laptop half the times. Yeah, I mean, I like to live with flow. I like to enjoy that freedom. And I want to have fun while doing my business. I don't want to be a slave or be owned by Facebook. Yeah? Anybody else wants to live that kind of a lifestyle? You live in a RV, Lisa Allen. I envy that lifestyle too. Always posting pictures around lakes and sunsets. I mean, who doesn't want that? Yeah. So, who wants to deep dive with me into this method, please? There are a lot of strategies that we follow. The group profit funnel is what we are doing today, which I feel is the most powerful. So, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's dive deep into it. I'm going to share with you a cheat sheet. Anybody has any questions so far, please? Everybody wants it. I like it. I really like it. Bobby wants it. Doina wants it. She's spoken. Nice. This interfaces with Facebook. Only Facebook. Only Facebook. Because we don't want to spread ourselves too thin. It's very easy to go on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn. We want to stay on one platform. We want to stay where the automation is. We want to find people in one place. If you feel that you have people also living on Facebook, then you're good. If not, like all the coaches, 100%, 100%, I can tell you all the coaches, in order to fulfill their clients, have to be on Facebook. So I refuse to go anywhere else because that wastes my time. Completely wastes my time. I mean, I would double down on one platform. Why not?